Right, yes, hi all. So yeah, welcome to this next pair of Nike Mag replicas. So these are the AliExpress ones. Now I will say this video here is going to be different. So what I'm doing for these shoes is a different way of doing things. So first thing on this particular shoe is this came from my usual seller called Raising from AliExpress. £52 per pair, roughly, delivered from China to the UK in about 2 or 3 weeks. Perfect. I only had my last pair of him a couple of weeks ago. This pair here arrived today. Difference is quality control. The shoe itself is good, it's been well built, etc. That's all good, but they put hardly no speckles on there at all. If you look at that and watch one of my other videos, you'll see that my other videos, there's tons and tons of speckles, like long lines of speckles. That's really good, really vibrant. This one here, some person's just got a bloody ink pen, I feel, sprayed like that, and that was it, bare minimum. So I've messaged Raising to tell them to have a look at the quality control aspect, but that does give me a reason, which I've been wanting to for a while, to have a go at doing my own speckles on there. So I can mask the shoe off, choose the colour that I want, and I'll obviously check to see how to do this technique, maybe talk to Mark T about this, and then potentially once it's masked off, just, you know, flick the paint at it. That's the kind of gist. Obviously once I've done some practice runs, of course, as well, so I don't want to cock it up. So that's quite nice, actually, excuse actually to have a go at doing that. So it's a bit of a pain, extra hours, but it's fine. Taking the shoe apart, came apart nicely with a hot air gun. Took out all the electronics, which are these ones here, the old LEDs, replacing these with EL, electroluminescent panels, much brighter, better, all that sort of thing. I need to order some EL panels for these ones because I've ran out. So I've got a bunch of these in stock from EL Wirecraft. And then also going to put in the EL Wirecraft matching Nike logos on there as well, so it's all matching, it's all good, and it's also very, very reasonable price inserting those. It takes time, but they're a very, very good price panel as well. So with all that, it'll look great. I'm going to reuse these. So rather than buying the Air Mag King bubbles with the rear heel cup, I'm going to reuse these. So I've just spent about half an hour, I'd say, with a Dremel with various different attachments on. You do need a bunch of different attachments on in order to be able to remove the glue, sort of, and then frost it to make it look even. So when the light goes through with the EL panels, it will look even rather than clear and blurry and gluey, because these literally just get slapped with glue when they get assembled. So once on the EL panels there, they'll look, these obviously look blurry on there, but when you put the EL lights in, you can see the definition of them. So they're not as bright as those, but you can see the definition better. So those are going to go on. Next big thing with this pair of shoes, big thing. I've been working with Graham from the Sinclair C5 Owners Club, and also from our Nike Mag Repair Upgrade group, and developed hopefully some 3D printed letters from the back. So I'm expecting to get the first few sets tomorrow. I'm going to sort of see, you know, the thickness of them, how well they bend to the shape of the shoe, obviously how well the font looks. The colour is important to a degree, but the colour can be painted, you know, with nail varnish if necessary, of course, as well. But see how the colour looks and all that. The idea of that is, basically, there's nobody in the UK or Europe who sells the Nike Mag logos. Well, I mean, I think there might be possibly one person on eBay who sells stickers, but they're really thin. In my opinion, they're not super great, so I wouldn't go for those myself. But the ones I want to get are basically, you know, a millimetre and a half, that sort of thickness. So they should sort of stand off, should look really good, should look really crisp. Now about these ones with Graham is that once it works and they're developed in the right shape and size, etc., and once they glue on, you know, then Graham can just print them to order. So it's a nice product for anyone globally, but mainly anyone in England, the United Kingdom, Europe, you know, can go to Graham and order a set, stick them on, job done. So that's that part. So that's cool. So thank you, Graham, for working with me on those. Right, I think that'll do for today. I'll leave it at that. It's all apart. I'm gonna hang it up here, and that way it can sort of stretch out overnight and sort of regain its shape, and then go from there. Cool, thanks all.